It is test day here on the Rob, Arnie, and Dawn Show. Our first one's the lighter of the three tests. What is the greatest song of the past 25 years? VH1 is going to come out with their list starting next Monday. They'll count them down over 5 nights, 20 a night, till they get to number 1 next Friday. We've got the whole list posted at robarniedawn.com if you want to see it. We have not revealed yet what is on the top. Now, I don't think anyone's going to be shocked by number 1. They have everything on here. They do have a couple what mainstream people would consider country songs. They've got rock, they've got pop, they've got rap. And it goes back to 1978, 25 years. Greatest song. Greatest song. This is a big deal.
I think I know what it is.
Sure. I mean, I'll tell you number 1 if you get it. Sure. I mean,
is it We Are the World?
No. No, it's not. There is, what's that other one?
Hands Across America?
No, you know what I just saw? Do They Know It's Christmas?
Yeah.
83rd.
No kidding.
83rd on the list. I got to find We Are the World here.
Well, I would get something like PC and popular, like maybe Elton John's tribute to Diana, Princess Diana, that
that's right.
Candles in the Wind, but only she rewrote it.
That is an excellent one. That is. I've got the whole thing here. It's going to take me a minute though, but I know neither of those, neither We Are the World or the Elton John thing, in the top 20.
What was that, like, Friends song where they all, Dionne Warwick and Stevie, I mean, everyone came together?
That's what Friends are for?
Yep. Is that what that one was?
That's it. It's Dionne Warwick, Stevie Wonder, and 2 other people. Not in the top 20.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just looking down the list here.
How about In the Name of Love by U2? Wasn't that the Martin Luther King tribute song?
Yeah, the song is actually called Pride. In the Name of Love. U2 has a song in the top 5, but that ain't it.
There's I Will Always Love You, like I mentioned. That has to be on there.
By Whitney Houston, right?
Yeah,
originally. Well, not originally. But
Dolly
that's
Parton was,
Whitney was the
But I bet they'll do the Whitney one.
Okay, yeah, I got to tell you. I've seen the list. See, unfortunately, I saw the list first, so it was hard for me to play along. All of these are great, and I am shocked. Dawn, you finally mentioned one that is even on the first page. Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You was 8th.
Okay.
8th grade. But, I mean, Candle in the Wind, that's a great one.
Yeah, that is a great song.
Now, come on. I haven't found We Are the World yet. How could that not be one of the greatest?
No kidding. I mean,
I didn't like the song, but...
Endless Love.
Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. That was, 79? I think that would qualify.
Been later,
I don't see it here. Hello, Abel. Good morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I don't care whether it is or not, but it should be the greatest song, Breaking the Law by Judas Priest.
All right, good. Let me do my Nick-like disclaimer at this time. If you are simply going to call in to tell us your favorite band and your favorite song from that band, please don't. Really, I can call another radio show that will actually put you on the air because that's not really interesting to us.
Rob, anything by rap star Ludacris on there?
There are rap stars. There are a variety of them.
Is it Run DMC and Aerosmith, Walk This Way?
Ooh, 6th. That is the highest ranking rap tune on the list.
MC Hammer, is he somewhere on there? I don't know his songs, though.
Let's see. On page 1, Public Enemy's on page 1 at 19th with Fight the Power. I'm not seeing MC Hammer anywhere. Hello, Jerry. Good morning.
Hey, guys, what about Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin?
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's got to be within the last 25 years. Remember, greatest song, I don't know why they picked that, I guess because 25 is a round number, but it's got to be recorded and popular in the last 25 years.
Born in the USA.
That's a great tune.
That is another excellent one that is not on page 1.
Wow.
How about 29th for that one?
Okay. And at least it's on the list.
And you know what's right above it? This is how stupid this is. I mean, come on. Greatest song. Born in the USA is 29th. Britney Spears' Baby One More Time is 28th.
Oh, wow. God.
Oh, come on. Hello there, Sean. Good morning.
Yeah, I just want to know if there's any Metallica in the top 100.
Yeah, 88th. Enter Sandman. 88th? That was a pretty big song.
Yeah, on a record that's still on the top 100 list.
Absolutely.
You know, there's almost too many to choose from, but Madonna's got to be somewhere on there. Like a Virgin or, I don't know, there's a gazillion tunes of hers.
Madonna's on here a bunch. She's 10th with Like a Virgin, and that is her highest. She's also 100th with Ray of Light, which is a terrible Madonna record.
What about the Michael Jackson Thriller?
No, Michael Jackson's highest-ranked song is not Thriller. Nor is it Beat It. I'm trying to find through. Beat It is 40th on the list.
Oh, God.
So Billie Jean.
Billie Jean is 2nd. The 2nd greatest song in the last 25 years.
Dang.
You know what? I honestly thought that Billie Jean would be number 1.
Really?
I really did.
I'm telling you, you're not going to be surprised when you hear number 1. No one is. No one will be surprised. I'm not saying everybody will agree with it. but no one's going to be shocked.
Time frame. Can you give me a time frame on it, or
90s.
90s.
Greatest song of all time. Here, I'll go through the top 20 for you here. Actually, here, I've highlighted a few others that are interesting. Let's see, we already did the Metallica. Beastie Boys, Fight for Your Right to Party, 96th. Arnie, just for you. Duran Duran. Their only entry. Hungry Like the Wolf, 80th.
I knew it'd be on there.
And they like entries.
Terrible. They are so not gay. It's unbelievable.
You keep telling yourself that,
Shut
and it'll
up.
become true.
Shut up.
Eric Clapton's claptrap song, Tears in Heaven, I Threw My Kid Out a Window, is
Rob!
57th greatest song of the last 25 years. The highest ranking, they didn't... Look, this is the bone they threw to crossover country, because they didn't really have any country songs on here. Shania Twain, with her crossover hit, You're Still the One, was 47th. Remember OPP, Naughty by Nature?
Yes, you down with OPP? Yeah, you know me.
48th greatest song in the last 25 years.
Wow.
Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg, Nothing But a G-Thang.
1, 2, 3 into the foe. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the dough.
That's 31st of the last 25
That is a
years.
great song. That should be in the top 10.
Hello, Kevin. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey.
What's up, Kev?
Hey, I was just going to ask how high, like, AC/DC, like, You Shook Me All Night Long rated.
20th.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, it breaks the top 20.
Is that their only one in there?
Yes, it is.
Back in Black isn't in there?
Not one of the greatest songs.
Oh,
Sorry.
God. Is that Titanic song on here with Celine Dion?
My Heart Will Go On is 24th.
Okay.
That's one I thought would be a lot higher than that.
Actually, me too.
All right, let's see. 19th we did, Public Enemy. 18th greatest song of the last 25 years, REM, Losing My Religion.
Okay. REM had some catchy tunes.
Yeah.
They were catchy tunes, and I just hate the whole band.
18th, though, Losing My Religion. 18th greatest song of the last 25 years.
No, it deserves to be much lower.
Anything from
Higher.
Oh, I know what it is.
All right, you want to wait then, since we're doing them?
I know exactly what it is.
Write it down.
Okay.
So, we got people that are guessing.
This is. I'm going to be pissed off, aren't I?
Yes. Yeah, you won't be surprised, but you will not agree with it. Let me see if you got it here. Yeah, you got it. That's it. You know it.
Oh!
Of course.
Is it pop?
Oh, no, it's crap. Absolute crap. Awful. Who did this list?
VH1. It just says...
they suck.
They don't say, like, if it was a panel...
I knew it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was chosen by a panel of VH1 executives.
What a bunch of losers.
17th greatest song in the last 25 years, Def Leppard's... Now, I love Def Leppard. But of all their songs... See, I would say Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh, that was a good song.
In terms of its influence, its greatness... They put Photograph, which I like.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I like to photograph
What about
more.
Foolin'?
No. Yeah, which was a big hit.
Yeah.
No Doubt, Don't Speak, 16th.
What about Spiderwebs or the other one?
I believe that's...
I'm Just a Girl.
I believe that's No Doubt's only entry on the whole list.
Any Green Day on there?
Yeah, not in the top 20, but let me go down the list here. Sugar Hill
Brains
Gang.
to Jaded?
It's way back here,
Okay.
wherever Green Day is. Good Riddance. That crappy song, the sappy song.
Oh, the one they did for the Seinfeld thing?
Yep, and also when was it Clooney left ER or whatever.
Yeah.
Hope you had the time of your life. That's the only Green Day song.
Oh, I like that song.
Of course you do.
Oh, I do. I totally like that song.
It's the only one on the list at 78.
How about Ozzy?
No Ozzy.
What about, you've got like Van Halen or David Lee Roth.
No David
With
Lee
them,
Roth.
not with them. Though.
There's only one Van Halen tune. Jump is 11th.
No, it's David Lee Roth tune.
On the list. Hall & Oates, I can't go for that. Of all the Hall & Oates songs, 74th.
What about Private Eyes?
No.
Yeah,
Hello?
Private Eyes would be much better.
No.
Billy Squire?
I thought I saw some Billy Squire on here. I am still amazed. I can't get over the fact that We Are the World is not in the top 100. But
it's a terrible song.
Absolutely.
But I could see why they put it in there.
Absolutely. Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It? 33rd.
Yeah.
Tom Petty, Free Fallin', 39th.
What about Mariah Carey?
Ooh, there's a name I haven't seen on here. She's not in the top 40 anywhere.
Wow.
How about Boys to Men?
No. No. Let me see. Not in the top
boo.
40.
Boo.
I've got the whole list. It's just hard
Okay,
to-
wait a second. You don't see Boyz II Men. Do you see NSYNC
No.
or the other boy band?
I don't
Let's
see
always
this.
forget.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, look, greatest song wouldn't you have to have a Backstreet Boys song
Right,
on here?
exactly.
Rob, any Garth Brooks on there?
No Garth.
I'm
Not
actually
even
very surprised
I
at that.
know. I thought maybe the
Kidding me.
dance would at least be on there.
Well, that's just because you like that song. If you're going to put a Garth Brooks song, it's going to have to be Friends in Low Places. If you're
Totally.
talking about greatest songs of the last 20... But see, this list is so weird because they're not... With Van Halen, they take Jump. But with Def Leppard, they take Photograph.
Now, let me ask you that. I'm not trying to be a smartass here. ZZ Top, are
No.
they on this list at
No,
all?
I thought of that. I
geez.
thought... Because, you start doing that when you're thinking 25 years, start going, okay, in the late 80s, in the mid 80s, what were you seeing on MTV? What was...
Sharp-dressed man.
Legs, all that, yeah, no ZZ Top. So you got the top 20, AC/DC, Public Enemy, R.E.M., Def Leppard, no doubt. 15th greatest song in the last 25 years, Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall.
Okay.
Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You.
Oh, that's right.
That's right, I put it ahead, Another Brick in the Wall.
It might be number 80.
13th, TLC, Waterfalls.
Oh, I liked that song.
Well, that was one of those message songs. You know, it was a big message
A
song.
lot of songs have messages,
and they
Arnie.
all suck.
As a matter of fact, most of them have a message.
Down with OPP doesn't have a message.
Alanis Morissette,
Oh, dirt.
You Ought to Know. That's okay, that was the 12th greatest song
That was her rock
of the
song.
last 25 years. Van Halen's Jump 11th, Madonna Like a Virgin 10th, 9th, The Police, Every Breath You Take, yep. And I know somewhere on here I saw Roxanne in the top 40. Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You 8th. 7th is Prince, When Doves Cry.
Oh, what about Purple Rain? What about Purple Rain?
Little Red Corvette's 23rd.
Where's Purple Rain? I mean, my God, that was such a good song they made a movie about it.
Not in the top 100.
Is Morris Day and the Time in the top 100?
No. They're not.
I quit.
Jungle Love did not make it.
I quit.
No. They're not doing the bird.
Awful.
I know.
Awful.
I'm aware.
This list is terrible. It's a joke.
Run DMC Walk This Way is 6th. All right, now look, we're up to the top 5.
The top 5, everybody.
We've only mentioned Billie Jean. There's a huge rock song in the top 5 that I can't believe we haven't mentioned.
I'm not thinking the rock song now. I'm thinking Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You.
That was 8th.
Yeah.
That was 8th. And we've only mentioned one of
Yeah.
these that we've mentioned Billie Jean.
Rebel Yell, Billy Idol.
No!
Is Billy Idol anywhere on there?
Not in the top 40. I keep saying that
okay.
because of the first 2 pages.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, God. A big rock song. A big rock song from when? The 90s? I sound like Bill Clinton.
It's in the 80s.
80s.
sorry,
Oh,
but-
so many.
No Billy Idol song. George Michael's Faith was 51st. No Billy Idol? This is ridiculous. How did they determine who they kicked
Yeah.
off? There is not one Billy Idol song listed on here.
Probably because too many places play that terrible acoustic version of Rebel Yell.
Girls, girls, girls.
No, you're getting in the right area, but no
Oh,
Motley
okay.
Crue is on
No,
here.
all right.
By the way, Arnie, you mentioned the U2 song,
Pride in the Name of Love?
Okay, we still have a U2 song in the top 5 that hasn't been mentioned.
Is Guns N' Roses Sweet Child of Mine?
There it is.
Yeah,
Boy,
good
good job.
job. Very good job.
Third on the list was Guns N' Roses.
U2's won.
Yes, U2's one.
And you know why that made the list?
One.
Because of September 11th.
Of course.
Because they
Oh,
did that
that's
big
right.
thing at the end of all their shows where they had all the names up and they did one. And that used to be, honestly, my favorite U2 song, but now they equate it so much to that I don't want to think about that.
The best of Rob, Arnie, and Dawn. The best of Rob, Arnie, and Dawn. The best.
U2 1 is the 5th greatest song in the last 25 years. 4th, a song that just came out, a song that's like less than 2 years old, is considered one of the greatest songs of the last 25 years by VH1. Pop song, well, I mean, it's not really. That's a little misleading. Last 25 years, though, and it just came out in the last 2 years. So, I mean, the reason I'm saying that is it should be so big, you should know it right away.
Right,
you
I
should
can't.
instantly be able to go.
2 years ago?
Within the last 2 years. Actually, I think within the last year, but within the last 2 years.
Are they saying something by Alicia Keys?
No? No? See, it shouldn't even be this
Yeah,
hard,
she
though.
no.
It was the last couple of years to be one of the greatest songs last week. To be above everything else we've mentioned so far.
And this was more mainstream.
It was more mainstream.
Okay.
I mean, this is more great than Like a Virgin, more great than Jump, more great than When Doves Cry. related to a movie
Okay.
of the last year.
I'm still lost.
And see, and that's my point.
I'm just so,
isn't that
flustered
isn't
now.
that bad? Shouldn't you be able to say right away?
A movie, like what was it? Was a movie a drama?
Huge movie, big movie. Not top 10, but it made a lot of money.
You said, in the last 2 years, it can't be any of the Elton John songs that he did for like the Lion King.
But it's so big. It's the 4th greatest song of the last 25 years.
Was it like a Julia Roberts movie?
No, it was.
Please don't tell me it's Lady Marmalade from Moulin Rouge.
No, great guess though. Great guess.
Eminem's Lose Yourself.
There it is. Eminem Lose Yourself from 8 Mile.
That is terrible.
The 4th greatest song of the last 25 years.
Oh.
Which, by the way, having finally seen 8 Mile, which is a dumb movie now that I've seen it, he never performs that song in the movie. My wife was so pissed. That was the only thing. She finally said, okay, this movie sucks. Fast forward to when he never does it.
Yeah.
He never performs that tune, which he's writing throughout the movie. He's on the bus, right? He never performs it.
All right, this is crap because I will actually engage in the argument of is Eminem one of the top 5 most influential performers of the last 25 years. But how can you say this song, this one song, this crappy song, is the top 5 song of 25 years?
And let me just say, I'll take that argument on with you all day long. In the past 25 years, is Eminem one of the most influential? No. He's definitely not.
I think hands down, yes, he is.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been See, the way that Rob describes, he may not be influential in a way you like, but he's definitely been influential on music, on just...
What's the scope of the discussion? I'll take a little tangent here.
Okay.
First of all, are we talking how much, most influential, one of the 10 most influential people? And what's your scope, Nick, and influencing just music or culture?
I'm thinking culture, what he did to bring attention to his music in the same way that, and this will probably freak Arnie out, what Elvis did back in the 50s with rock and roll, Eminem is doing today with rap. He's taking a genre of music that's popular with, one particular culture, in particular African Americans, much like Elvis did with rhythm and blues and the black culture in the 50s, and he has brought that to mainstream America. Suburban white kids now, East Coast to West Coast now, want to look like and be like and talk like Eminem.
I agree.
And record sales.
So, this is, in your opinion, Nick, regardless of quality. You're not arguing quality of music. You're purely arguing influence as in influential.
I would argue, I wouldn't say musical, I would not compare Eminem to Beethoven or Bach as far as music, but I mean as far as poetic license and what he does with words, I give him huge, incredible props for that, but I don't know music, I don't know.
So given all that, go ahead. Don.
No, go ahead.
Given all that, let's take even the quality part out of it. Influential, you're still not agreeing?
No. Not at all. What this argument's based on is that white kids in middle America weren't buying rap music before Eminem. And that's a farce. That's a farce. I mean, they were buying Tupac. They were buying all this stuff. And I don't buy the Eminem. The only reason why Eminem is successful is because they can market him because he is white. I don't think he's influential whatsoever.
I didn't notice kids with I didn't notice a lot of white kids trying to look like, insert rap star here. I mean, it was like this huge explosion of all these people wanting their hair like him, to completely dress like him, to sing like. I think culturally huge. It was just a huge explosion no matter where you went. And he not only reached kids, but he got himself with this last movie to get mothers singing his tunes, to get people that normally used to hate him and think he's disgusting as a person, but getting into his songs, example, myself. I mean, I think he's brilliant. I don't, you can argue all day what kind of person he is, but as far as the influence he's had on our culture, I think he's had a huge influence.
Well, then we need to give it up to NWA, because before NWA, I bet you could look and see that baseball cap sales weren't as high as they were before NWA, and all these rap groups came out and they were all wearing the cool baseball caps and all that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom, explosion.
I think NWA does deserve big credit, but, you said that white kids in America were buying rap before Eminem. Well, white kids in America, or people in America, were buying dance records before Michael Jackson. It's just saying that he so blew it out, and so between record sales and making it so much a part of, like, you know, Eminem, like NWA, you didn't necessarily see them in the news on every single news channel. You know, the features on Entertainment Tonight, the features on news programs, crossing several different branches of media. Eminem's story now is so much bigger than himself, so much bigger than music and even entertainment. Eminem has crossed over as a story, as a person, from entertainment and music to the rest of mainstream news.
And the reason for that is because he's white. That's the only reason. That is the only reason at all.
I know Dawn has another comment here, but you said they can market him because he's white, which may or may not be true. Does that diminish his influence? I mean, some would argue, for example, see what I'm trying to think here in my head. Some would argue one of the reasons Oprah's so successful is because she's black, and because she kind of elevated, you know, it was a chance for society to elevate her as an African American woman who had this huge stage and also all these other things that we love. Now, does that mean Oprah's not influential? Of course not. She's hugely influential to the culture. So I wanted to pin you down on that statement that since he's white, we can market him, but that doesn't mean he's not influential, right?
No, I don't. I think it's because of all the marketing, is because everybody says he's influential. If you look back, and the biggest white rap star to come along before Eminem was who? Vanilla Ice. And when did that happen? Right when rap music first started. When everybody was kind of on the wait and see. Let's see if this music takes off genre. Because he was out same time that Run DMC was out, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince were out. You know, he was making his music. And the people were like, well, we're going to wait and see. And we're going to wait and see. And they waited and saw, and then all he did was steal other people's music. If you listen to the new Eminem song, all he has done is taken the exact same music from an Aerosmith song, Dream On, and he's rapped to it. That's exactly what Vanilla Ice did to play that funky music, White Boy, and there's no marketing behind him.
So you're essentially arguing, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, just correct me if I'm wrong, the credibility and legitimacy of the influence, that it's basically all created. It's not legit.
Totally.
Okay.
See,
Right,
and we're arguing here if he's an influence, and regardless of whether you like how he became an influence or not on our culture, that doesn't matter to me in the argument. If we want to get into musically, is he whatever you're saying over there, that's a whole nother conversation for me personally. As far as an influence, it doesn't matter how he got there. He did. He is mainstream. He stood out. There were other people trying to do what Madonna did. Nick brings up a good point. Michael Jackson. There's a lot of people that have tried different things, but are those that are the most creative, the most have the best promotional people behind them that actually can stick out. And that's what Eminem has done. If you want to say NWO or whatever has better music, maybe they do. But as far as marketing goes, he's brilliant, and he's done really well for himself. Thus, he has influenced the nation.
I think if he has influenced the nation, it's an influence due to the dollar bills that we have been marketed to. That there's been such an influx of him. He hasn't done anything. I mean, this is a guy, please. This is a guy now we're saying that influences society, and he beats his wife beats his wife's boyfriend with a handgun in the middle of a place. Do we not remember that? Now all of a sudden he's a great big influence.
Well, you can be a negative influence. Mike Tyson's a negative influence.
I understand that, but we're not talking about the negative influence now. We're talking about what he has done. He's brought rap music to Central America or Middle America where rap music never was before.
What I hear you arguing is, and this is what I'm hearing, whether you mean it or not, that Eminem isn't the influence. The people behind him have marketed his influence.
Absolutely.
Which is an interesting case.
But you could also argue first that, Elvis had the Colonel behind him. Without that marketing machine, where would he have been? And also, I hate to bring it up, but Elvis pretty much ripped off the first batch of songs that made him famous. He didn't write those. Hound Dog was written 20 years earlier. It's an old Mississippi Bayou song about a prostitute and a hooker having an argument. And the hooker saying to the prostitute, or the prostitute saying, yada, yada, whatever. But Elvis didn't write most of his stuff, and Elvis directly ripped off old blues. Rolling Stones and the Beatles openly admit every single song they wrote in the first 10 years of their career was directly lifted from guitar riffs already created by the blues people.
But what I'm saying, I don't care about their music. I'm talking about the influence they've had. The whole Eminem has kids buying albums that weren't buying rap albums before. I don't buy that whatsoever. Elvis Presley had people starting a new genre of music with the music he did. I don't care that he stole the music. I don't care that Eminem has stolen every hook that he's come up with. I was just trying to give an example back there. That's not my argument. When people compare Elvis to Eminem, Elvis started a music revolution. Eminem, the rap revolution was going on long before Eminem. Eminem came along, and here's a white kid with blonde hair who's rapping that his marketing people can go out and sell, and God bless him for doing so. I don't think he's had any influence on the music world or any kind of music society whatsoever.
You know, as far as negative, positive, that's influence. You know, I mean, I don't think that Eminem is a great person by any means from what we have found out about him. But nonetheless, he's been an influence, whether it's been a negative or positive. He has still been an influence, and he has elevated. You know, rap music, sure, it was going on. Pop music's been going on, but you had all these new pop stars come out, and they elevated it to another level. They got other people more involved. That's the whole point. You know, you can either keep right now. That's what rock radio's looking for. How long has rock been around? Okay, for a really long time. However, it's kind of stale. They are looking for that something to come out and finally get it popular again. That's what you want. You want people that normally wouldn't listen. Now they're all coming to you and listening, and that's an influence you're getting. And that's what Eminem has done. He's gotten women, men, children that normally might have not listened to rap music before listening. That's an influence.
Hello, Bill. Good morning.
Bill,
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
My name is Joe, not Bill. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I agree with Arnie. I wanted to say that along with the Elvis thing, he was taking a lot of country music and a lot of rockabilly music and stuff like that, and using those songs. It wasn't all just black people music. And another thing is that 15 years ago, kids were listening to rap. I bought an NWA album. I thought it was cool to wear a parka and baggy pants. I don't do it anymore, but I just kids have been doing it for a long time. Eminem is great, but influential, well, that's a different story.
Okay, the argument that I'm hearing is that he's gotten mothers to listen to rap. He's gotten all these people who wouldn't listen to rap before listen to rap, correct? He's brought that genre of music.
He's elevated, sure.
Oh, okay. How come nobody has ever mentioned the reason why rap music today is as big as it is because of one person. One person alone. That person's name is MC Hammer. MC Hammer turned the rap world into the pop world. He brought rap music from the underground hip-hop clubs and the thugs of NWA to the pop radio stations with his records. Nobody wants to give him credit because they were all bubblegum pop rap songs, but that's what he did. He was the first one to bring it over.
And I don't know if you can say that. Maybe there are some people, but this is what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is, since a form of music has already been around, anyone else who comes along, forget about it. They cannot elevate it or influence it anymore. The guy who just called, rap music's been going on forever. It's not like it's a big deal. Oh, okay, so nothing can be new anymore. Someone can't come out. That's what music has been all about. There's been bands that have come out and elevated whatever genre of music that they're doing to a different level, to a different style. That's what it's something new to something that's always been going on. And, okay, so like the next time a new rock band comes out, you better make sure you give credit to Elvis or whoever you think, started everything before you ever give that band any credit for anything they ever have done. That's like what I'm hearing here.
And a couple of quick things, it started off saying, is Eminem or not one of the most influential artists of the last 25 years? Well, we're having this drag-out debate of comparing him to Elvis, who was 50 years ago. So that's almost saying, well, you got to think he is one of the most important. And secondly, I think what Eminem has, what MC Hammer does not have, what Eminem shares with Elvis, is this idea of challenging people and there was lots of protests with Elvis across the country. Stations would not play Elvis's music. They said it was too black. We're not going to play your music. It's too black and too blues. Just like Eminem, they're saying, Eminem, we're not going to play your music. It's too violent. It's too anti-gay. It's too anti-this, that, and the other. And there have been national protests about Eminem. People speaking out. People having all these things, just like the war against Elvis. Whereas, I think MC Hammer was much more pop-friendly and didn't challenge America like Eminem's doing.
All right, we got to take a quick break. I wasn't expecting this. Phone number is 888-390-9850. Eminem, influential. It's test day, so I have a little test about influence we'll do on, and we still, by the way, haven't revealed what the number one greatest song of the past 25 years was.
The best of Rob, Arnie, and Dawn. Dawn.
We are going over VH1's greatest songs of the past 25 years. We have the whole top 100 posted at robarnieanddawn.com if you want to see it. We haven't gotten to number one yet because we got off on a tangent about the fourth greatest song of the past 25 years, Eminem's Lose Yourself from 8 Mile, and got us into a discussion about influence. And Nick claiming that Eminem's one of the most influential artists, and Arnie disagreeing. Hello there, Jeremy. Good morning.
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to say that any argument that Eminem has not been influential to society has been made moot by dragging this conversation about him for an hour, it seems.
Yeah, he's influenced us, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the argument. Although, I mean, look, you can easily counter that argument by saying Nick made the point and Dawn jumped on it right away, and Dawn and Nick agree. I haven't even really chimed in yet. So it's not really that Eminem is influenced. It's that it's a topic that people care enough about. I mean, look, if I sat here and said that. If this was a sports show, okay, and I said that Derek Jeter is one of the greatest baseball players of all time, that doesn't make him one of the most influential, greatest players. That would be something people would call up and go, you're out of your mind. You're nuts. So that argument, I understand what you're saying, but that doesn't necessarily work. Hello there, Tony. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
You know what? I really, really agree with you guys about the Elvis part. Or actually, was that you guys who agree? Anyway, Elvis and Eminem are exactly the same.
In what ways?
They are exactly the same because Elvis just made it a crossover. He's a crossover guy. He made something that was not popular for everybody else. He made it acceptable for white people to listen to black music, and he made everybody excited about it, even though before he got there, everything was cool. Same thing with Eminem. Same thing. He's just doing a little bit more with it, same like Elvis.
Okay.
Now, I have a question, because I've heard this whole Elvis thing. Even Eminem talks about it in one of his songs, how he compares himself to Elvis, which I find odd. Was rock and roll around before Elvis? And Sam Phillips from Sun Records?
It could be argued that, yes, Little Richard and all those guys
right.
created it before him.
And
Because
then Elvis changed it or transformed it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, because I've heard Little Richard several times in interviews just very pissed off because he's not given credit for actually being the king, the guy who started rock and roll. Everyone gives Elvis the credit. So that could be an argument. I've seen him time and time again.
Well,
you would argue no.
No, there was no rock and roll before Elvis. Elvis took country music and he took rhythm and blues and he put them together and created rock and roll. He created a music genre. He created what these bands all do now. He created rock and roll. Eminem has taken rap music and created rap music with it. He has not created an entire genre. You're not going to go to a record store and see something named after Eminem as a music genre.
Hello, Harold. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing today?
What's up?
Well, I just want to make a comment about the whole Eminem thing because what seems an artist influential, we could take a look at like Van Halen. They weren't doing anything new, but they brought a totally different sound to the whole thing. I mean, Eddie Van Halen was doing stuff on guitar nobody's ever heard before.
See, let me tell you what's interesting about this, Harold. This is what I love so much about Arnie. Arnie is like a giant onion, okay? Big.
Thank you.
Giant
Okay,
onion.
now
Thank you.
that's not nice.
Using the Shrek reference. When you peel back the layers, there's a lot more there. See, on the surface, and this discussion's the same way. On the surface, influence in its most simplistic form, I didn't know initially when we started this, how you could possibly argue that Eminem hasn't been influential.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I hear Arnie arguing as we peel back these layers is, if Arnie can discredit the legitimacy of his influence, i.e., he's just a marketed influence, there's really no there, as we say, then he's discrediting the very influence, which I find to be first of all, an incredibly insightful and intelligent argument, and one that's making me go, okay, I'm not really sure. If we keep it on the simple level of influence, of course he is. But if you try to start defining influence and the legitimacy of it, it's a different argument.
I mean, look, people were wearing big oversized sweatshirts, Timberland boots, pants that didn't fit before Eminem came around. Eminem was wearing those clothes when he came around. He did not start that style. He did not start the style of rap music. He is a very marketable person. I'll be the first to tell you, sure, he's influenced society. Sure, but I don't think he's I don't think he's the most influential person in the last 25 years. I don't think he's in the top 10 influential people in the last 10, 25 years.
But Rob, with the way you described being an influence, couldn't you then just discredit so many people who we have found to be an influence then?
Yes, you could, and that's why what I really believe is going on here, because I haven't really participated much, I've just listened, is I think it's two separate arguments that have clashed. I think if you just said, if we sat down like VH1 did for the greatest songs, if we just sat down and said, okay, 100 people that have influenced society via music, Eminem would be on that list. But if we sat down and said, first, define influence, and it has to be legitimate and based on, then I think you'd have a real argument. And I think that's what Arnie has really touched on here.
I think that, in my opinion, there's no question that Elvis was the more influential artist. I think that's hands down it. I'm just saying our original argument was, is Eminem one of the most influential of the past 25 years? And Arnie says he's not even on the top 10. Who would you name as 9 more musical artists more influential than Eminem? We got 2 or 3. You mentioned MC Hammer, mentioned NWA, a couple more. Who are 5 or 6 more that are more influential than MC Hammer?
Well, I can't give out the one of them because one of them has the number 1 song that we're going to talk about.
Which we haven't even gotten to yet.
But I think that artist...
And we're putting you on the spot here, too.
Yeah, I mean... okay, you want a big influence?
25 years. Last 25 years.
Give you a gigantic one. Garth Brooks. If you look at the music of the 90s, music of the 90s was defined by country music. So there's another one right there. I've said NWA. I'll take the NWA one off there because all they were doing was rap music. But they brought, you know what? No, I will not take them off because they mixed in all the bad words. They made it cool for rap music to have bad words in it, and then MC Hammer cleaned it up and brought it to the pop genre.
Hello, Benny. Good morning.
I'd like to back up there a little bit what Arnie said. How do you take rhythm and blues and country music and get rock and roll?
Because back in that time, country music wasn't the slow, whiny music that it's turned into now. If you listen to even Hank Williams Sr.'s Your Cheatin' Heart was an upbeat song. And you take that with the rhythm and the blues and you put the bass in there and stuff. And that's how rock and roll, by the way, is defined. That's how Sam Phillips, the guy who discovered Elvis, the guy who discovered Jerry Lee Lewis, defines rock and roll.
He makes a good point because Hank Williams Sr., There's a Tear in My Beer. If you heard that right now, they'd probably make it a slow, sappy song. That was not. It was a pretty, upbeat, silly tune.
No, Benny actually just made Arnie's case for him because before Elvis, that's what everybody would have said. How are you going to take rhythm and blues and country and make a new type of music? That's exactly what Elvis did. You're making Arnie's case for him in that. All right, well, very interesting. I know we could go on forever with this. It's one of those bar-type conversations about influence. So Eminem's Lose Yourself. But, Nick, you agree. I think this is how this all started. You agree that while you think Eminem was influential, Lose Yourself is not the 4th greatest song of the last 25 years.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly with that.
And Dawn, you agree as well, don't you? I mean, my
Sure.
God. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
totally.
So U2 won 5th. Eminem Lose Yourself 4th. Guns N' Roses Sweet Child of Mine 3rd. Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, the 2nd greatest song in the last 25 years. And by the way, when we started this thing 30 minutes ago, everybody that called, all the phone lines on hold, everybody knew it. So our audience is a lot smarter than we are because we didn't say it. Arnie was the first guy to figure it out. It took him 15 minutes to write down the greatest song in the last 25 years.
Ooh, can I say it? Smells Like Teen Spirit.
What?
Nirvana.
Yeah. I mean, come on, that's no surprise to anyone. That's on everybody's list. You would agree it's influential. I mean, Nirvana.
Hello. I mean, it started the entire grunge scene.
And once again, I would argue Nirvana, very influential, but that song, no, not the best song of the last 25 years.
Greatest song.
Yeah, see, that's
of the past 25 years.
I am surprised that that's the greatest song.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that song would be in this.
See,
But of the...
But the greatest?
The greatest of all these other songs that are already on here? Yuck.
But it was so influential lately.
It was.
I mean, it changed the way kids were dressing.
Yeah.
Eminem didn't change the way kids were dressing. It changed the way rock and roll music was done. It created... What it did was created different radio stations. It created alternative radio stations,
and so,
this kind of music.
And so then, does that mean that influence is greatness? See, because I think that VH1 fell into the trap that we've fallen into here. The title of the feature is The Greatest Songs. Not the most influential.
You're right.
Not the most played, not the number one, the greatest songs. And everything you just described, Arnie, is what I think they used as their justification, which means they should have changed the list to the most influential, or the songs that changed our genres the most.
Mm-hmm.
Great
No,
song.
it's a terrible song.
It's horrible. It is a horrible record. And just absolutely god-awful.
The best of Rob, Arnie, and Dawn.